everybody. Welcome back to Around the Emirates podcast with Sara Mousa, where I speak to guests from across UAE about topics you want to hear about. Today, I'm honored to be joined by the lovely Erika Doyle. Hi, Erika.
Hello, hi.
Thank you so much for joining me today. So, Erika is founder of Drink Dry, which is a premium non-alcoholic drinks marketplace. Such a cool concept. Please, Erika, tell me your story. Why did you create this company?
Oh my God, really good question. For different reasons, I ask myself that often, why? Why did I do this? Um, Look, I think I would be completely lying if I said 4.5 years ago, I set out to start something and become, the kind of, I don't know, they refer to us as a leading non-alcoholic drinks player in the region. We've got some really fantastic accolades that go kind of a long drink drive the last 4 years. But the reality is, when I actually started it 4.5 years ago, I was doing it for myself as a consumer. I was so dissatisfied as a consumer that I couldn't get my hands on any premium non-alcoholic drinks. And I was just completely convinced that, there has got to be somebody out there, same as me, who is looking for these products. And I thought, well, if it's another three people, then so be it. But if it's another 3,000 or maybe another 30,000, well, this is going to be fun and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I moved to the UAE 6 years ago, and I can't believe it's been 6 years almost. And it wasn't my intention to start a business with 17 people now working and kind of spanning across B2C, B2B channels, different countries. But here we are today, and completely no regrets.
I love the fact that you did something which at the end of the day, there's always something that more people than we think are interested in and would invest money in and would purchase, right? So you may not think that, oh, people would be interested in like a non-alcoholic beverage, but actually a lot of people would love the alternative. Obviously, like not, not everybody consumes alcohol. And at the same time,
Hmm.
alcohol does have difficult, consequences the next day with feeling nauseous, etc. So the fact that you thought about something that is a healthy alternative is really good, and that you thought beyond just you, like, oh, somebody else most likely, also is looking for this. And creating a business of this nature is it's a very specific and very different type of nature business. What kind of challenges came along with creating this business?
So many. I mean, along the way, everything. I think everything that Drink Dry has turned out to be, I had no experience in any of it. And when I say I had no experience in any of it, I mean literally zero. I didn't speak the business language. I didn't understand the terminology. I had no clue how business works. I studied history and politics, so my background is completely different. Like, give me a topic to research and give me briefing sessions to go to, and I'm in my element. And when I went into the world of business of buying, selling, it was so. And I'm not even like I share this as a kind of a funny story, but I had no idea what margin is. I remember getting our first order from an amazing restaurant in the IFC called Boca. And he said, I'll have 10 cases of this non-alcoholic beer. And I was so thrilled. I was jumping up and down and I was like, this is incredible. We've got an amazing order. And my husband, who does have a business of the last 20 odd years, he's like, so what margin are you making? And I looked at him, I was like, dude, what's margin? And he's like, and he laughed and he went, you're so funny. And I went, no, but seriously, I was like, what's margin? And he went, you buy and you sell, and the money you make in the middle is margin. I was like, right, okay, great, great. Okay, I'll learn that. So I think the biggest challenge was from tiny little things in the very early days as we progressed and we grew, whether it's, having meetings with retailers, whether that's onboarding big global brands. And I still feel the same now. The same challenge hasn't, it's the lack of experience that I had and I still do with so many new projects that Drink Dry constantly takes on. But you know what I have learned along the way? That lack of experience, it can be a benefit and it can genuinely serve you well, because what you then do, you go out and learn, and I would be lying if I said It was easy because I genuinely had to do like double shifts, if you can imagine. So work twice as hard than anybody else. You do your normal, probably 8 to 10 hours in the office of like running the business and you're trying to do things. And then I remember, saying to my husband, kind of, the kids have been put to bed, we had our dinner, and I'd be like, I'm just going to pop into the office, just real quick, for about an hour, like at home. Just, I'll be so quick. You start the movie and I'll catch up. And then next thing I know, it's 2:30 in the morning and I'm crawling into bed quietly so I don't wake him up because I just lost myself in this like rabbit hole of YouTube videos and tutorials and Google and like spreadsheets and so constantly coming up against the things that I still don't have experience in, but actually I've over the last 4.5 years, I will proudly will say something in a meeting when somebody says something like, you know what? Hold that thought. I don't know, but next time I meet you, we can pick that up and like we'll be able to continue that conversation. But right now, I don't know. And it's so incredibly liberating to know that you've got this challenge that keeps popping up time and time again, but it doesn't give me anxiety anymore. Like I'm the first one in any meeting to put my hand up and say, what does that mean? What does this abbreviation of 4 letters mean? And everybody else is looking, nobody else knows. There's maybe one person who's presenting that knows. So I think that that's been the biggest challenge, that the lack of experience that I keep finding myself coming up again and again and again and again.
But I love the fact that you acknowledge that it's a learning experience and it's like, oh, nope,
Yeah,
I've got it. I understand what to do. It's a learning experience and it's also something where you encourage your team to learn and listen as well. Like it's not just about, oh, we got this right this one time, that's it. Like, we don't have to, because learning and changing is how your business grows. Breaking
yeah.
outside your boundaries, breaking outside of like the norm and not being able to being scared to ask stupid questions. Like half the time, no, there are a lot of other people in that room as well that also have no idea what that abbreviation is. And it's not until that first person puts their hand up and says, what does this mean? Are you able to, create that conversation? But I'm going to go off the cuff here and ask you a bit of a different question. I see so much passion in the way that you talk about your business and about your brand. What is your favorite thing about your company?
Oh, we have so much fun. We have genuinely like, we have so much fun in everything that we do. And it's like, I genuinely feel like if you don't have fun and you don't enjoy what you do, look, and I had bad days. Like I have really bad days where things go wrong and financial challenges. And, I have some really bad days. But overall, we have so much fun in everything that we do, from team meetings every Monday is probably my favorite day. That's why I love Sunday evenings because I'm looking forward to Monday. And, I just love seeing everybody's faces when they're marching into office on Monday morning. Everybody's smiling, everybody's happy, everybody's excited. The team is super young. I'm 36 years old, and I think bar one person, I'm the oldest person in the team, so they're super young. They are experienced enough to lead departments and to lead projects, but they're not been put in a box yet of any sort. They love they love trying. They're not scared of failing. Last week with the whole kind of like Coldplay madness and mania that ensued the Middle East, um, we were all kind of like laughing like 2 days in the pre-sale, and everybody was like, oh, I have a meeting when the pre-sale goes. And we were canceling meetings and like just having a load of fun, like making sure that our personal lives were I don't know, like I think we weave our personal lives with our professional at Drink Dry, and it just works. And on Friday when the tickets went kind of live, I managed to get my hands on two kind of super duper VIP enhanced experience Coldplay tickets, right? Exactly. So I'm sitting there like almost crying from happiness, like having failed in pre-sale for 2 days. And then like, so this is like, I don't know, Friday, I don't know, this is Friday, 12 p.m. Like this, the whole madness is still happening, right? And I just kind of went, what if? What if we do something with these tickets and I don't actually keep them, but we do like, I don't know, maybe like a giveaway, or we do something. And I kind of just, I marched into the office and I kind of looked at my marketing manager and went, what if I said to you, like, I have these two amazing tickets. What would you do with them? And, and I know how busy she is. Like, I can see it in all her kind of like project management systems. And I know that she's at her peak and she's still got a smile on her face. And she just lit up and she went, no, no, let's do it. And then the whole team, like, we started making reels and like everybody got involved. And within 45 minutes, we had a whole 4 day long marketing campaign. And it was fun. And it was absolutely fun. And everybody was checking in the socials every weekend. We were checking the sales. It's just having fun and enjoying what you do. I don't necessarily expect other people to have as much fun as I do because it's my business. I love the idea, but they actually do. And I think it's make it or break it. We spend, I don't know, I'm gonna make a wild shot here, but like over 80% of our time, probably during the week at work or with people we work with. Imagine how upsetting it would be if we didn't have fun,
I love that.
right?
And that is such a great way to look at it of like if you don't enjoy what you do, if you don't have fun with what you do, if you can't be creative in what you do, then it's obviously not the most productive environment for you. And I love the fact that you've created such a people-centric environment for something that is already a very interesting type of business, but to have created it around your team's creativity, your team's happiness, and just your team's like work ethic. Like it's so inspiring to see a female leader such as yourself putting such
I
heart
think
and soul into such a cool and healthy business at the end of the day. I mean, we are here for Sober October, right? So it's really important for people to know that there are alternatives out there, which does lead me to my final question for you today, Erica. You've mentioned the
shoot.
importance of having fun at work and the importance of just being able to ask questions when not to be afraid to learn more. Is there any other word of advice you have for people that are trying to start a business?
The one that I absolutely live by, business is personal. I came into this, my this is my personality. I'm like this on a Monday morning in the office. I'm like this with big brand owners. I'm exactly the same. Of course, like my knowledge, I go into any meeting knowing that I know my stuff and I'm confident in the fact that I can hold a business meeting and I hold a conversation. But I bring myself to everywhere that I go. And initially, I always felt it wasn't the right way. I wasn't tough enough. I wasn't coming into meetings and like doing a really like strong handshake and like having like, looking somebody firmly in the eyes and being like, hi. And I always felt like it was a disadvantage that I wasn't tough enough, that I was too personable. And then somebody said to me, no, this is exactly what you bring. And remember, business is personal, that people do business with people. You might be representing a big, big, big corporate company that, of course, I want your business, right? But it's me meeting you. It's of course I'm representing my company and you're representing your company, but it's me meeting you. You might have kids the same as I do. You might have gone to Sri Lanka the same as I have gone. We might live in the same place. We might buy the same pomelo from Spinneys. We might have the same favorite restaurant. And I always advocate and tell people when you start your own business and you have your own story to tell, remember that business is personal and people always want to work with people. And I think it's so underestimated, but it's so, so, so powerful.
I love that. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about your amazing company, Erica, and your passion and your energy is contagious. And I can't wait to kind of see what the future holds for you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for having me. It was real, real, real pleasure. Thank you.